Back. I am waiting for Sasha to log on. She hasn't logged back on just yet. But let me know if I'm echoing. Um, yeah, hopefully this works this time. Again, this is real life, right? Real conversations. This is real. Things like this happen. Technical difficulties happen. I am not a expert, so yeah. What you see is what you get. All right, let's see.
Okay, girl, let's see if it's still an echo.
All right.
Hopefully, we're good.
Let me see. Let me look in the chat. No one's on just yet. I don't know what that is.
Let's see. Is it an echo?
Yeah, let us know if there.
No
Yeah,
echo.
echo.
Yay.
Okay. So what did you do
I'm
different?
good. So, I had to get IT over here, my husband. But I took my earbuds out and we reconfigured the settings. So I think
Oh.
that was the problem.
Okay, cool. All
Cool.
right,
We good.
y'all.
We
So
good.
we're going to delete the previous video because it's screwed up.
Yes, we
So
starting anew. We starting
yes, we're
fresh.
starting over. So again, y'all, welcome back to Red Lipstick Conversations. This is week two. This is my second guest. I am so appreciative and elated to have Sasha on here joining me today. She is a wife, mother, influencer, fashionista. What do? You travel the whole
Yeah.
nine. So we just having a conversation. We're just kicking it. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her. What is it? Busy Being Sasha on
Yes.
IG. Yes, and she before our last video got messed up, she told us that being an influencer and a content creator was not a passion of hers, was not a dream of hers. It actually just happened.
Hmm.
Um, Wait, I don't think I asked you. So you said you were in school when you were taking
Yes.
a class. Okay. So
Yes.
did you end up getting your degree? What were you in
Yeah,
school for?
yeah.
Okay.
So I got my BA in communications and minored in PR.
Okay.
And yeah, I just really wanted just the blog to kind of just be a way for me to just express myself. As a kid, I just always loved writing. Like I'm originally from the East Coast and my family
Woo
moved
woo.
from Queens, New York to
Okay.
Richmond, Virginia. And just as a kid, we would always take trips and I would write stories. So I never really put together just that love, but I thought just blogging and all that really wouldn't be for me and that there was not space for me there because there were already so many people doing it. So really it was just a hobby. After I graduated, I had a portfolio for employers and then I just started just writing about just my travel experiences. And the thing that surprised me, sis, moving here was that I felt like just so many people in Texas were just stuck in Texas, like just not getting out. And, I'm used to jumping on I-95 on the weekends. Let me go to Chocolate City, DC. Let me go to Virginia Beach. Let me go to Atlanta. So I just wanted to inspire people to just get out and explore. So it really just kind of formed from that. I didn't even realize, people were really making money from just blogging and content creation and all that. So it truly just kind of started as a hobby. And then I was like, wow, you mean I can make a little coin too from this?
Right.
Okay, okay, let's go ahead and just keep this thing going. So, yeah, that was really just how it started, just me going to restaurants, writing about travel. And then, I got to the point where I was like, I don't want people to think I'm just some girl that just goes to restaurants and travels. I want people to just see a little bit more about my life. So that's how just some of these other areas kind of picked up from that.
Girl, so you just said so much, right? You just said so much. First and foremost, let me tell you,
Tell
my
me.
energy,
Tell me.
listen, my discernment is like so good because like I said before, like before our video got messed up, you and I have never had a conversation
Right, right.
ever.
First one.
Like this
First
is
one.
this is first
We
one, right?
fresh.
Besides me clicking the heart or liking your picture, your post, we've never had a
Mhm.
conversation, right? But I'm good on picking up energy to people like
Right,
good and bad. I'd be like, nah,
right.
she cute, but I don't want her on
Exactly.
my podcast.
Exactly.
So first of all, you said that you're not from here, right?
Right, right.
Which is crazy because I'm not from Dallas
Where you
either
from?
at all. I'm from
Where you from?
Buffalo, New York, right?
Shut up.
But
Stop.
guess what? I was born in Richmond,
You
Virginia.
know
So
what? You
I
know what?
swear to
What?
you. Yes, I went to Virginia State for college. Like,
Stop.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
look.
That's
Look,
why I'm
look.
like, this is crazy
Look.
because I'm telling you that energy, I felt it
You
through
just
while I
felt
was
it. You
scrolling
just
on
knew.
IG.
You just
Yes,
knew. Okay, first
yes.
off, you said Virginia State because you already know my husband is from Petersburg, baby
Oh my
23803.
God.
Daddy, a
Yes.
whole line of Trojans
Yes.
in the family.
Listen,
Like,
my parents went to Virginia State. My brother went to
what?
Virginia State. Yes, my aunts and uncles went to Virginia State.
Okay.
My godfather is a pastor in Petersburg. Like,
No
yes,
way.
family friends are still there. Yes. So this is like so crazy how
It's so crazy.
this connection is so
This
dope.
connection.
Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. We got to have an offline
I was just about to
conversation just
say
about the people and the
outside of
birds.
this.
Like,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
oh my gosh.
I'm so
I love it.
excited.
I
Yes,
love
I
it.
love it.
I
I
love
love
it.
it too. Okay, so question is, okay, so you got a degree in communications,
Hmm.
PR. Isn't it crazy how you didn't think that
So
that
wow.
degree would help you for right now, but it's
Yep.
helping you? Because I asked you, I said, do you have a
Yes.
social media manager? You said, no, I do this
Hmm.
myself. Well, you were prepared to do this for
Yes.
yourself, and this is why you're successful
Yes.
with doing it. So outside of like content creating, do you have a 9 to 5? Are you
Hmm.
working? Like, do you have
Hmm.
clients? Like, what does that look like?
Yes. So I do have a 9 to 5. So
Okay.
I've been working in the marketing space probably since about like 2016.
Okay.
I was just doing it for the corporate world, really finance. And sis, when I tell you I was just so burnt out and just sick of it. And I
Mm-hmm.
got to the point where I was like, you know what, if I'm not ready to just do this just full time, all me, because I firmly believe in multiple income streams. I was like, I want to do something with purpose. I want to do something with passion, with meaning. So I'm actually literally doing the same things I do for myself for my job.
For your
So I
job.
work for a startup where we book travel for people with disabilities. We're basically like the booking.com for that. And they
Okay.
literally hired me based on what they knew I could do because I'm doing it for me off my
That-
brand. They're like, oh, you
That's
do that, you
crazy.
busy being Sasha. So we already know like you can do this for us. So it's just wild because I would have never seen that for myself just on this journey. And, I'm one of these people too. Look, if you got a side hustle, cool. If you got a 9 to 5, like, cool. It's nothing wrong with doing something that you love
Hmm.
corporate wise and having your side hustle. Like, either way. So I just see it from both sides because I hate it when people sometimes shame if you do still, have that job that's paying the bills, you got benefits, like it's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. It's
Yes.
nothing wrong with it. I just feel like you just have to use those skills to your benefit, right? And do what you
Mm.
love and get what you can out of it.
Yes. And I love that you said that because I work a 9 to 5 as well. And a lot of
Hmm.
people don't know that, right? And I can be honest and say, like, I was an entrepreneur since 2016. Oh,
Hmm.
shoot. Now I'm frozen, right?
I can still hear you, but you frozen.
Oh,
Look, I need them to
look at
just let
this.
up,
This
please.
is, the devil need to go on there and keep it pushing
Look,
and get up
look.
off of my live because this is, oh my God, my video is gone. Like, gone, gone.
We can hear you though.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll kick
Hopefully
back
it'll
in.
come back.
I work a 9 to 5, and I was in real estate since 2016, and I still
Okay.
am a realtor. I still sell, actively sell,
Okay. What's
lease,
up?
investments, the whole nine, right? But
Yeah.
I was like, I need something a little more stable. And for
Right.
years, I fought and was like, I am not going into the corporate setting. Like, that is
Hmm.
not what I'm going to do. Like, nah, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't want nobody being in charge of my schedule. I got these
Right.
kids. If they get sick, I don't want to have to keep quitting these jobs or getting
Hmm.
fired for these jobs because my ministry is my home first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then almost 2 years now, I will be like this upcoming April, I would have been in a corporate setting for 2 years. And it's
Wow.
crazy because the tools and the things that I learned in corporate has
Hmm.
helped me with being an entrepreneur. And so like
Yes.
I was a struggling entrepreneur before I went to corporate. And now that I'm in corporate, I'm able to take those tools and what I do on a
Hmm.
day-to-day basis to now go from being an entrepreneur to a business owner. And
Right.
I
Yeah.
think people don't really know the difference between being an entrepreneur and a business
Hmm.
owner. An
Hmm.
entrepreneur, you have systems in place. You have no structure. You get what I'm saying? Like your
Yes.
business is
Yes.
stable, but when you're a business owner, you run it differently. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like you
Absolutely.
don't just like, oh, I work for myself, so I'm gonna take the day off. You're gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like whether or
Right.
not money is there because that's your business. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm so happy that you said that. And I respect that too because being a wife and a mother is also a job.
Oh, sis. Woo. Yes. Say it again for the people in the back.
Like that is a job in itself. So being able
Yes.
to juggle that. So hold on. So like on your page you said that you show people how to live their best life for less. Can you
Mhm.
elaborate on what you mean by that?
Yes. So, I am just in a space where I feel like, just being in my 30s, and really approaching 40 because I'm like, I just turned 37 and people always like, what? You
Girl,
37?
me too. Look, I'm about to be
Girl.
38, and that's how I feel. I'm like, Lord,
Right.
come on, slow down.
Right. Just slow down a little bit. But I feel like I want what I want, but I am real cool with rocking a Gucci bag with a fit from the thrift store.
Listen,
Like
heavy on I want what I want.
heavy on I want what I want, and sometimes I want it for the low. And
Yes.
I just feel like it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with splurging on the things you want to splurge on and saving on the things you want to save on. And if you want to do a mix, this cool. I'm all for that. And I just kind of, found myself in this space where it's like I love luxury, especially when I vacation. But sometimes like I want to mix it up. So
Yeah.
I love just being able to go out and just find things where you can just really look your best and live your best life on less, for
Yeah.
instance. So, girl, other day I'm in Aldi, trying to pick up veggie sticks, for Sky and salmon for dinner and all that. And I done walked
Mhm.
out with a whole fit.
Yeah.
Like, and it just works. So I just love people showing those things because, inflation is inflationing right
Right.
now. You know,
Right.
is high. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you still can't look fly. So I just love like finding those things, especially as it relates to like fashion and just sharing it. And yeah, that's just kind of where I am with that, like right now.
Girl, I listen. I love that. And when I seen you in Target, you seen I went right in your inbox like, yes, girl, that
Yes.
is my store. You hear me? Like,
Yes.
but
Yes,
Target
you
do
can find some good stuff.
listen, good stuff. And when they have a clearance,
Look,
they have a clearance.
a
I'm
clearance
going there first. Okay, so what
first.
is your when you go in Target, what is your like what do you do first? Do you go to the clearance section first or you going to the original price section? Like
You
cuz it's a
know,
method to my targetness.
it's
So
it's
what's your targetness
It's a
method?
method. It's a method, right? So, typically when I shop, I am normally not the type of person to just kind of walk in the store and just shopping without intention, right?
Mhm.
So, like me going in Target, last week was like, I need to kind of pick up some pieces that I can transition to the fall. So I will normally kind of just not even go to the clearance first. I want to
Mhm.
look, especially if it's like a new Future Collective drop. Okay, I want to see what some of the pieces are over there. I want to see what some of the A New Day pieces are and just kind of put together from there. And then I kind of make my way to clearance after that. Because it's normally I might not be in the mood to dig through all that stuff for real
Right.
after. But sometimes I can mix and match something from the clearance from something, that's like a new drop. Because I
Mm.
do find that a lot of the new drop pieces at Target, they go quick. And especially like a lot of things girlies is sharing on TikTok and
Yes.
all that. And some of the stuff really with Target, you got to try on. Like,
Yes.
especially
Yes.
the Future Collective stuff, I tell anybody that sizing, it just is so off. So, sis, sometimes after I do all that, it's like, look, I just don't know if I have the energy for the clearance. Like
Yeah.
after that, but it all kind of depends. But normally, I like to go through the new stuff first. I like to go at night because it's normally quiet. It's not a whole lot
Yes.
going on, and during the week, if you can find that sweet spot like around 8 o'clock, 8:30. Yep, and just kind of make my way around. I like to, but I have to do it when I'm not in a rush and without my daughter,
Yes.
because I need
Yes.
to just fully focus, and I don't want
Yes.
nobody asking me for no toys and no chips and trying to rush me out. Like I got to do it solo and at night.
Right. So okay. Okay. So how does your husband feel about you being a content creator? Because I noticed, like, on your page,
Hmm.
you don't see much of him. Is that
Hmm.
like on purpose? Is it because he doesn't want to be? Because, like, my husband is like to himself, right? He don't care about the
Right.
limelight. If I ask him to take two pictures, he mad, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Hmm.
nah, like, I it's not that I purposely don't put him on my page. He's
Right.
just that he just lets me be me. So
Yes.
is that
Oh, I
what your
love that.
husband does as well,
Oh,
or is that
girl.
intentional?
Girl, so I got to give you a little backstory
Okay,
on
yes,
that
give me
and
the
give you the
backstory.
roots because you being from
And I'm
Richmond,
so
you don't
mad my camera
understand.
is not coming on. I'm trying, y'all, but it's not coming back.
It's
But I'm
it's
just gonna keep going with it.
it's
Go
all
ahead.
good, sis. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep rolling. So
Yes.
you talking about Richmond. I met my husband in 2002 working at U Crops. If you know anything about U Crops, that's like a grocery store
A
chain out
grocery
back
store.
in Richmond.
Yeah.
And I was literally a cashier and he was pushing carts. So when I tell you we have grown up together, like, literally 20 years, of
Yeah.
just knowing each other. He knows me. So he is comfortable enough to let me just completely do my thing. And look, if I need him to take a picture and be in, he's all for it. But a lot of people just don't know, like, I love him so much because he's such an integral part on the back end. It has never been a issue with him ever. Like, look, we need to do this. Can you help me edit this? Can you get in a picture here? It's like he is fully supportive of it. And I have a lot of friends where it's like their husbands be like, don't put that camera in my face. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. But he's so with it, it's just a matter of he may not necessarily be like comfortable in front of the camera, but it's never an issue of like if he wants to participate in something or help. It's just more so like busy being Sasha, like I'm Sasha, so he can get in where he fits in, but not really. But he's always down for it. It's really just a
Yeah.
matter of me, deciding, okay, do you need to be in this? But typically, if he's not in the front, he's in the back end somewhere helping me, at some point, whether that's editing a video, taking the picture, any of that. So he's a good.
Okay, so you said something. You said something, and you said that y'all basically have grown together.
Yep.
Like, that is such a
Yep.
key
It
element
is.
in a marriage, is growing together. I remember I was
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation with my friend, and I was telling her, like, so my husband and I have been together almost 14 years.
Yep.
We've
Wait,
been
when is
married
your anniversary?
June 18th.
Girl, y'all like right behind us. We just hit
Stop
14.
playing. We not
Look, okay,
disconnected,
we're gonna
girl.
throw a date night on the
Just
list too.
stop.
We're gonna throw
Yes.
that on there too.
Yes. Yes. So, I was telling my friend, I was like, on our 10-year, I'm like, when we renew our vows, I really want to switch it up, and I want to
Hmm.
add, you know, I mean, in growth, do us part. Because
Mm,
I feel like people don't elaborate on the growth. You
yes.
get what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
elaborate on, oh, we're gonna be together forever, but how are you going to be together forever if you grow apart? You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, you have to grow together. If y'all both going y'all separate ways, it's not gonna work. And
Hmm.
so I admire it. Like, this conversation is so dope because I don't have many people that can say the same. Like, you and I can say, yo, I've been this individual for this long. I've
Right.
had this person. You get what I'm saying? Because my husband, he is definitely my tech, you know what I'm saying, in the
Yeah. Oh
back
yeah.
end. No, he's not in the forefront. Like, it's the logistics in the back that he's
Right.
controlling. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and what I admire about him the most is that he lets me be me. So that's why I
Mm.
wanted to ask you, is that the same for your husband? Because a lot of people, like, they will try to dim down each other's shine.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and my husband
Absolutely.
doesn't do that. Like, what was it, last week? I had a TED talk, right? And like, that whole weekend was just about me. And not once did my husband complain. Not once did my
Oh, I
husband
love
be
that.
like, yo, let me figure out what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, you good? You know what I'm saying? You got your stuff, you got this, that, and the third. So I love that. I love that.
Yes.
To have another black couple that is, you know what I'm saying, like, doing the damn thing. Like, it's hard out
Ooh,
here. You
it's
know what I'm saying?
hard.
Like,
It's
it's
hard.
super hard.
It's so hard. And I love how you said that, but because that's the key, giving you that space to just be you,
Yeah.
unapologetically.
Yes.
and that's, I think,
Yes.
just what allows you to remain married and happy,
Right.
you know,
Right.
in your marriage,
Right.
for
Cause
sure.
sis can be a lot.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
I can't even
oh,
hold you. Sis can be a lot.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Look,
yes.
sometimes
I'm the
I'm a
first to
lot for
admit.
myself, but
Right.
like, yeah.
I
So
feel that.
that's yes. So that is dope. So okay, so as far as your traveling goes, you said you've always liked to travel. Was it just
Mhm.
for leisure or have you always traveled for work?
So it has typically always been for leisure. It has
Okay.
kind of just transitioned into working for a travel company that I
Mm-hmm.
have to travel. And I think, one of the things that people kind of think is when they think work travel, like, oh my gosh, that's just amazing. And, you just get to have a break and, you just get to have a momcation. And it's
Yeah.
really not, because the thing is, working in a role like I do, where I'm normally creating content when I travel, I am literally working 13, 14-hour days, So I
Mm,
could go to a nice place. For instance, last month I was in Fort Lauderdale, absolutely amazing. I'm looking at the beach and I can't even put my toe in the sand, you know?
yeah.
So it's just not necessarily as glamorous as it always looks. Even in the point, if it's a work trip for busy being Sasha, I am creating content. So when I vacation, I want to truly just vacation.
Vacation.
And
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people just kind of forget the work and the time and the effort it takes into creating content, even if it's, not a sponsor trip. And I just want to, do some vlogs with just the vacation on my family, even just the work that it takes, where, if it's a vacation, I got to really set aside that time to just have that downtime to, relax. But I'm hoping, before the end of the year that we can just get a family trip in, and then hopefully I can get a momcation in because she needs
Listen, listen.
that.
Look, cause we definitely gonna listen. We definitely gonna chat outside of this interview.
Yes.
Like we just
Yes.
needed this connection over here so that we can go off. Yeah. Okay. So,
For
what is
sure.
your preferred airline since you do a lot of traveling? Cause I know
Ooh,
people be like, "Oh, I hate Spirit. I hate Frontier." Like, what's like? Do you have a
look.
problem with either one of those?
Okay.
Cause you
So
said you like doing stuff for the low, so
I,
that's
I
the
do.
low.
I do now. It comes at a cost because
Okay.
look, I got to shout out, American, because once you become AA Advantage, you
Uh huh.
guaranteed to lock in and board Group 6 every time. So that whole it ain't no room in the overheads, that don't even apply to you. So
Okay.
I love American. I ain't got to worry about, can I fit it in the carry on? Can I like it ain't none of that rah rah with it. That's like just going to DFW and flying with them, like that's my preferred.
Okay.
Now, depending upon how I'm moving, for instance, I paid $50 one way to go to Tampa 2 weeks ago on Frontier. Who's gonna turn that down? Right?
Right.
They get the
Right.
job done. So, trying to fill your bag correctly is stressful, but I do what I gotta do. I don't necessarily prefer flying them, mainly
Hmm.
because of the bag situation. And just sometimes as a content creator, if I'm shooting content, I'm thinking about the looks. So that's
Yeah.
when it kind of gets to, okay, what pieces can I kind of mix and match to bring less and to do more with less, going back to that. But just like, going to Mexico in May, I flew Spirit, I got great deals. So now I'm in a space, especially if we're doing something as a family, we may take, Spirit, and I may buy tickets at the airport so I save less. We're trying to go to Florida, probably in like another month or so. And
Hmm.
if I buy Spirit tickets at the counter, sis, I'll save like $150. Like the
Yeah.
three of us flying for 150. Like who's gonna turn that down?
Right.
So it really just depends. But American is probably my fave, but I'll do Spirit and Frontier when needed.
Right. So do you still like social media? Because like for me, social media is not fun for me anymore
Mhm.
because I'm always thinking about content.
Right,
So do
right.
you feel the same way or like how do you balance between working on social
Mhm.
media and actually enjoying it for your personal?
It's really tough. That's so tough for me, especially because I'm an introvert. So for me, there takes a certain level of vulnerability to put yourself out there, that I always kind of have to wrap my brain around and push.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of times where I just feel like it can just be draining, to be
Yeah.
honest, like especially just in this space. And I think that comes down to you have to create the content that you truly love. If you are just trying to keep, ahead with just trends and doing what everybody else is doing and you don't really love it, you're going to get burnt out, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like money will come and go, but you have to do what you enjoy. So for me, it's just a matter of, you know what? If I'm in Target and I want to shoot the reel and do some looks and I think they're cute, I'm gonna post about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just I just try to just enjoy just being present when I
Right.
plan. Because it just gets to be a lot, just sometimes. And I definitely have those days, I have those weeks where I'm like, you know what? I just don't want to show up on social media. And I think I've kind of just gotten to a point where I've been on for so long now when in this, where if I peace out for a week, it's fine. You know,
Yeah.
when you're initially building, it may be a little bit difficult to do that, but I think it definitely requires a lot of balance. And once
Mm-hmm.
again, being in that space of just doing things with intention, right? So it's
Right.
simple. If you don't want to be intentional about it, if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it.
Right.
I don't post every day. Sometimes I might not feel like it, so I don't.
Right.
So I think it's just a matter of doing what feels right for you. And when you need to step back, step back. The real ones that
So
rock with you and love your content, they're gonna be there when you get
they
back.
gonna be there. Yeah, for sure. So how was it when you got that like first check? Is it literally like people saying to where they like, girl, I will never not create content because the checks is so good, or you know?
I would, she likes a little side hustle coin.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So I don't think it would be a time where I wouldn't do this. And honestly too, because it's just became such a part of my life to
yeah.
create content. And I think a lot of it is just, when I was in high school, I knew from the jump I wanted to work in marketing. It was a matter of just trying to figure out how do I make it happen. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
I used to be in DECA and participate in all the contests and do
Yeah.
the business plans and the promotional plans and all that stuff. So I always knew it. So it's such a part of me that I can't see my life another way. Or, even if the money goes, I think I would still create content. But now it's a matter of like, if you're good at it and you enjoy it, you might as well get your coin fed. So why wouldn't I? So
Right. Yeah. That's so funny you brung up this Deca. This is crazy, I'm telling you.
don't say you
Cause
was
I
in DECA
just
too.
tried.
Look.
No, I was no, I wasn't in Deca too, but I just learned about this last week when I
Mhm.
went to walk to school with my daughter and I tried to put her in this program. And she was
Really?
like, yeah, she was like, I don't want to do that. Like she
What?
was down there crying. Yes. She was like, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna tell her about this podcast and say, listen, I
Yeah.
know somebody that took that program,
Yep.
so it
I
really
did
is
it
a
for
good
2 years.
program to be in.
It was amazing. Amazing.
Okay.
It changed just my life. I think just in high school, and I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, I want to work in marketing. It was so much fun.
Yeah, she's into like editing and stuff like that. So
Okay. That's
so we'll
dope.
see. Okay, so what is your goal for the end of the year? Do you have a goal that you have yet to, accomplish and you're
Ooh.
still working on, or are you pretty much cruising until the end of the
You
year?
know, you know, this is probably gonna sound real simple, right?
Uh-huh.
My goal is honestly to just stay consistent and to just get out of my own way. And
Oh,
you probably think like, okay, Sash, you've been doing this for like a few years. Like, what do you mean? But really, a lot of times it's just sticking with it, actually recording the content. And I have tons of videos on my phone and things, but like actually just putting it out there, right? So my goal is just to stay consistent, just keep building the momentum and just going and getting the content out and not letting it sit and me just getting out of my own way. Just less overthinking, more consistency, just putting it out there. Like, and that's just, I think, just kind of the space I'm in because so much has also just changed with social media, especially since
mm-hmm.
I started. That just being consistent and just getting out of your own way for me is sometimes the hardest part. Even when you talk about the Target video, there was a time when I was kind of like, who cares about what I'm buying in Target or what I'm getting from the grocery store,
Yeah.
because I'm so introverted, like, it's kind of like, does it really matter? And it's like, yeah, it does matter. People want to see, they want to know, they want the tips, they want the info. do it. So it's like, just get out of your own way. Just post the content. Just
Girl,
do
that just that yes, that just spoke to me for sure. Cause I had to tell myself that I actually recorded myself like the day, was it the day of? No, the day before my TED Talk. And I was in Target parking lot, girl,
it.
having
Wow.
a meltdown. I was in my car and I have not told anyone. I still got the videos in my phone. I'm like, should I post? Should I be this transparent? But I was having a meltdown because I was like, no, like I don't want to tell my story. I don't want to get up here. What if I'm old? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I just started totally being in NaTasha's way on maybe
Mhm.
this isn't the right time. What if I get up there and, I forget my speech and just all sorts of stuff. Girl, when I tell you that was uh a blessing, but it
Mm.
actually was a growth spurt for me. I barely got any sleep for the 2 months that I was preparing for this. Like,
Wow.
I literally would be sleep thinking about this. And so for you to say something like stay consistent and to get out of
Mhm.
your own way, I know that to be true. Like,
Yeah.
we really will get in imposter syndrome for
Yes.
real,
Yes.
like for real. And like people think like I'm not an introvert by any means. I'm an ambivert. Like it
Mhm.
depends on who I'm around, what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
I want to be to myself. Sometimes I need, like other people,
Right.
to be around me. But people don't understand that some, like, on the outside you look all put together, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
like to
Oh
people,
yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
oh girl, you're confident, you're this, you're that, but they don't know like there are days where you literally have to have that self-talk to be like, okay,
Yes.
Tasha,
Oh yeah.
get out your own way. Like I have an alarm that I set, and this is going to be a future post, but for y'all listening on here, this is what I had to do. I set an alarm every single day. Well, alarms from 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. And the first alarm that goes off on 7 o'clock a.m. is to with the affirmation that says, NaTasha, yesterday was yesterday. Today is a good
Mm.
day. At
Oh,
9 p.m., after the day ends, it says, okay, the day is over. Analyze your day. What can you change about this day because it can't go until tomorrow? You get what
mm.
I'm saying? So I had to learn how to get out of my own way because I'm thinking that, oh, it's my kids stopping me,
Right.
like it's
Right.
my job stopping me, like I'm overweight, I'm this, that, and the third. You use all these excuses on what may be stopping you in life, but it's you that may be stopping you.
Yes.
You know, so another reason why I just wanted to connect with you, to just give encouragement for
Yeah.
other, I don't even want to just say women, but other men and women
Yes.
to, you know, to be okay with being you, like you said, your title, busy being Sasha. Like that spoke to me like, oh, okay, well, you're busy being in your authentic self. You didn't say busy being your husband's wife. You didn't say
Right.
busy being so and so's mom. Like you said, I'm busy being me, and so that is why I wanted to create this podcast to highlight and to have these conversations with other people to say, hey, you don't have to just only work a 9 to 5. You
Right.
don't have to drown yourself in only being a wife or a mom, like you can be yourself. So I truly, truly appreciate you coming on this podcast. I know we had some technical difficulties. You still can't see my face,
We
but I
work.
appreciate you coming on here, right? Being my
Anytime.
guest.
I
Um,
appreciate you having me, and big ups to you for everything you're doing. Just creating a space, to just have these
yes.
conversations is so important. And, we all need that outlet. We all need the encouragement. It's just, you're doing amazing. You really are.
Well, thank you, girl. Well, we definitely gonna talk offline,
Yes.
because we over our 45-minute mark because we already had technical
No
difficulties in the
worries.
beginning. But I'm definitely going to be in contact with you. If you could just make sure that you give the people your information so that they could follow you and keep up with you.
Yes, yes. So you guys can follow me on all platforms at Busy Being Sasha. That's SHA.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Red Lipstick Conversations. We will see you next Monday. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.